All right, so here's your work for day 11, ladies and gents, on adding and subtracting with like denominators now. So we've done simplifying, multiplying, and dividing. Now we're on to the harder stuff. Yes, sorry, the harder stuff. So adding and subtracting seems like it'll start out a little bit easier, but it does get a little trickier. And by the way, subtracting, should be a T in there, with like denominators. All right, so here's the first few problems. So really what I want to go over is adding and subtracting. I'll do one of each. So these are both subtraction. We'll go back to that in a minute. But if I scroll down, I'll show you number 3 here, which we're adding. So this is the more basic one. Adding is pretty straightforward. So notice now, so this is with like denominators. So every time you have a denominator, these are all the same. Right? These are the same. These are the same. This is the easier part. These are the same. These are the same. So with like denominators, it is easier because basically we take your numerator, right, the top part, we do u minus v plus u plus v, sorry, exactly as it sits, u minus v plus u plus v. So then you can combine your like terms, which u plus u is 2u, negative v plus v is no v's, they're gone. So leave them out. So now the numerator becomes 2u. The bottom, notice, 24u squared v and 24u squared v is 24u squared v. The denominator does not change as long as they are like denominators. Right, so that stays. That stays. The top, since it's 2u over 24u squared v, we do reduce though. So now 2 over 24 reduced, divide those both by 2 is 1 over 12. And remember your properties of exponents? U over u squared, if I do 2 minus 1, there's one more on the bottom. So there's the 1u. And then the v comes over because there's no other v's to cancel. So your answer is 1 over 12, that number reduced. uv, which is also reduced, so that's why that's A. All right, so adding is straightforward. So combine like terms and then reduce and simplify your answer. All right, so that's A for number 3. So now if I were to scroll down to, I picked out another one here, like number 12, just because I see this subtraction in here. So notice your denominators are exactly the same. That'll be the same for today and tomorrow, I believe. I've got both of those. So like denominator, so your answer stays with that like denominator. So right away you can get rid of any of these other denominator answers. But now if you do 2n plus 6, which is here, minus now parentheses n plus 1. And if you remember, that matters because you do 2n plus 6 and you really distribute the negative. So it becomes minus n, then minus 1. So it becomes this step here. So 2n plus 6 minus n minus 1, all over that common denominator. Right? Once you've simplified that and did not lose any signs here, that's the big issue. 2n minus n becomes 1n, or just n. 6 minus 1 is 5. So we really have n plus 5 all over that common denominator, and that's how we get choice C. All right, so be careful. Adding can be a little tricky because the rules may have been forgotten, but your denominators, once they are the same, when you add or subtract, they stay the same. But be careful of distributing that negative only for subtraction. Addition, you take the addition sign and just add it over and combine like terms. All right, so try the rest here, but again, look for plus. Keep those denominators the same. Add your numerators. Minus, be careful, distribute that negative, not really to this one because there's only one piece, but if you have multiple pieces, you want to distribute to both. All right, well, good luck, and I'll talk to you soon.